Welcome, bienvenue to the council meeting for the municipality of the Council of Annapolis. We will start with first a reminder to have all our phones off so that we don't cause any interruption during the meeting. And we welcome everybody to our meeting. We will start with roll call, starting with District 1.
District 1, Councillor Saltzman.
District 2, Jesse Hare.
District 3, Dustin Inslow.
District 4, Charles Creighton.
District 5, Lynn Longmire.
District 6, John Welch.
District 7, Ted Aguilar.
District 8, Niall Harding.
Oh, District 9 is Gail Oxner, Councillor Oxner, and there is a request for her absence how do we place that? A request for her absence to be excused?
She's asked to be excused with permission today because of a family issue.
Yes. Is there unanimous consent on that?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning,
District
10, Brian Fuzzy-Connell.
District 11, Diane LeBlanc. Okay, so we'll move on to any disclosure of interest. Are there any?
I guess I
Yes.
need to disclose for the Annapolis County 4-H Leaders Council Community Grant.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there any other disclosures of interest? Seeing none, we'll move on to the approval of the order of the day. Okay, no additions?
No.
We have one addition? And in camera? Okay. Under section what? 22(2)F. Okay. Anything else? All right. A motion to approve the agenda as amended.
I will.
Councillor Longmire, Councillor Parsons, all in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no? Yes, have it. Motion adopted. Thank you. All right, now we are at the approval of the municipal council minutes. Let's look on page 4. The minutes from Tuesday, April 15th. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Oh, yes. What page is that? Under page 13, at the top of the page, page 11, it says Warden LeBlanc attended. It should be spoke of the breakfast on April. Are there any other corrections? Okay, so we will go on to approve the minutes as they are corrected. Is there unanimous consent on that? Oh, yes?
Do I need a motion?
I don't think I need
No.
a motion.
Okay.
Unanimous consent on the approval? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we will move on to the next set of minutes on page 14, which is the public hearing that was held on Tuesday, April 15, 2025. Are there any corrections to these minutes of April 15th? Seeing none, we approve them as circulated. Yes, thank you. Okay. The next one is the minutes on page 18, Friday, special session of Municipal Council, Friday, April 25th, 2025. Are there any corrections to these minutes? Okay, they are also approved as circulated. let's move on to the Committee of the Whole recommendations on page 19. I will need all of Councillor's help to go through these individual motions. Let's start with 5.1. Councillor Welsh.
I move to approve the memorandum of understanding with the Salvation Army Disaster Services Atlantic Division and with Annapolis Regional Emergency Management Organization, Annapolis REMO, as recommended by the Annapolis REMO Advisory Committee pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder? Deputy Warden. Any comments? Questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no?
Yes.
Yes, have it. Thank you. Next motion, 5.2, with Councillor Carson-Salzman.
I move to appoint Ali Camo as Development Officer for the municipality of the County of Annapolis to administer the municipality's land use bylaw and subdivision bylaw in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Cranton. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no? Yes, have it. Motion passed. 5.3. Councillor Carson-Salzman.
I move to authorize additional funding from the CCBF Reserve Fund in the amount of $148,281 to cover the cost of the 2024, 25 Emergency Generators Project in accordance with the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Harding. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no? Motion passed. 5.4. Councillor Cranton.
I move to approve a grant to the Annapolis County 4-H Leaders Council in the amount of $8,855 to do a roof replacement in accordance with Policy 101 Committee Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Connell. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no? Motion passed. 5.5. Councillor Harding.
I move to approve a grant to Annapolis County Trail Society in the amount of $10,000 to help support the trail improvements in Lawrencetown in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Hare. Comments or questions? Councillor Welsh.
I went out and I biked this section on the weekend, and out of all the sections that I've biked over the last couple of years, this desperately needs this fund. So I'm glad that it's happening.
Great. Thank you very much for that. Any other comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no? Motion passed. We just lost Councillor Agambar. Oh, he's on there. Okay, 5.6. Deputy Warden.
Excuse me. I move to approve a grant to the Bridgetown Curling Club in the amount of $5,000 to help support critical repairs, including resurfacing of the driveway and maintaining essential ice-making equipment in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Seconder. Councillor Welsh. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.7. Councillor Carson-Salzman.
I move to approve a grant to the Cottage Cove and District Society in the amount of $10,000 to assist in repairs of the community wharf in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councillor Hare. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.6. Councillor Connell.
I move to approve a grant to Ingesville Community Hall in the amount of $6,026.80 to help install a new heat pump in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Hardy. Questions or comments? Councillor Connell.
The other day last week, there were some questions of why we're seeing community grants given out for heat pumps. And Ingesville went through the process of going through the provincial grant program, and they were turned down because there's no money.
Really?
So that's why we're seeing an influx of community groups asking for heat pump funding, because they got turned down on that. So according to the grant people, they said funding was used.
Okay. Thank you for that information. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.9. Councillor Welsh.
I move to approve a grant to Lawrencetown Youth Arena in the amount of $12,400 to help replace West End sheathing and insulate the canteen in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Okay, thank you. Seconder? Councillor Connell. Any questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.10. Councillor Hare.
I move to approve a grant to Margarettsville Shore Society in the amount of $17,800 to improve Margarettsville Shore Park through shoreline protection work in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Salzman. Nope. Carson Salzman. Oops. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no.
Yes.
Motion passed. We are on 5.11. Councillor Carson Salzman.
I move to approve a grant to Middleton Railway Museum in the amount of $3,000 to provide a G-scale outdoor railway as an additional attraction suitable for running their 1/24 scale trains in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder. Councillor Welsh. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.12. Councillor Hardy.
I move to approve a grant to Oak Dean Center in the amount of $4,525 to replace their fire alarm in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder. Councillor Welsh. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.13. Councillor Carson Salzman.
I move to approve a grant to the Paradise Community Hall in the amount of $20,000 to support a roof replacement due to structural damage in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder.
Second.
Councillor Agenbar. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.14. Councillor Longmire.
I move to approve a grant to Port Wade Hall in the amount of $4,665 to replace 3 windows, a new oil tank, and fix a wheelchair ramp in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole, Committee of the Whole. My
Thank you.
apologies.
Seconder, Councillor Welsh. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no.
Yes.
Motion passed. 5.15, Councillor Cranton.
I move to approve a grant to the Round Hill and District Recreation Commission in the amount of $10,000 to upgrade Bishop Park, playground structure, and accessible bathroom in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Seconder, Deputy Warden. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.16. Councillor Longmire.
I move to approve a grant to St. Anne's Anglican Youth Camp in the amount of $5,000 to support the cost of adequate refrigeration in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder,
Second.
Councillor Agenbar. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.17, Councillor Carson Salzman.
I move to approve a grant to the Three Rivers Community Center in the amount of $8,873.85 to help install a new heat pump in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Welsh. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.18, Councillor Welsh.
I move to approve a grant to Clean Annapolis River Project in the amount of $4,000 to help support Annapolis River Festival in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder, Deputy Warden. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.19. Councillor Person Salzman.
I move to approve a grant to Map Annapolis Age Advantage Association in the amount of $5,000 to support a new project to update Acadian settlement maps in Garrison Graveyard in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Longmire. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. 5.20, Councillor Longmire.
I move to approve a grant to Thalia Barn Cat Rescue in the amount of $4,400 to support their spay and neuter program in accordance with Policy 101 Community Grants pursuant to recommendation of Committee of the Whole.
Thank you very much. Seconder, Councillor Person Salzman. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. Last but not least, 5.21. What's this? Oh, yes. Who's going to... Councillor Welsh, I thought I'd done something wrong there for a minute. Keep going.
I move to approve Policy 134 Unsightly and Dangerous Premises, 7-day notice given on May 13th, 2025.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Harding. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Very good. Some happy recipients, ready to spend all that money. They have to do hard work. Okay, so let's look under the page 22. We have a recommendation from our board from the, we need a volunteer to read the recommendation. Yes.
Page 22, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Councillor Longwell.
I move that municipal council consider the portion of the property 255 feet by 210 feet known as All Saints Anglican Church, located at 3335 West Dalhousie Road, West Dalhousie, for registration as a municipal heritage property and deposit of notice of recommendation in the Registry of Deeds, and hold a public hearing as per the Heritage Property Act in accordance with the recommendation of the Planning Advisory Committee.
Thank you. I need a seconder. Councillor Ross? Oh. Councillor Agenbar? Thank you, Councillor Ross. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed.
No question.
I guess I should have asked you to speak before all that.
No, that's great. We do need to officially set the public hearing date, and my recommendation is July 15th at 11 a.m.
July the 15th,
11 a.m.
11, I should have not. You didn't stop me, what's wrong with you?
And we skipped the discussion.
We skipped the discussion. Would you like to discuss this or give us some information, Madame Mayor?
Well, I like to think my report speaks for itself.
Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah. This property was once recommended for registration in 2005. Unfortunately, it was rejected by the staff, or not recommended by the staff person at that time, due to the fact that it has vinyl siding on it. The mindset on heritage registration has changed over the years, and it's not just about the building itself, it's about the historic significance of the property to the community and, of course, to the county of Annapolis. This property has been in existence, was created in 1836 by deed when the families of the disbanded soldiers created the lot for the purpose of cemetery, church, and a community space. It has historical significance to the community. Also of note, Ernest Butler, a noted Canadian author, is buried in this cemetery property.
Are there any questions or comments about this? Very detailed
Madam
report.
Chairperson, we just ask for unanimous consent to add July 15th, 2025, 11 a.m. as the public hearing date to the motion.
Yes, do we have unanimous consent to add July 15th to the motion at 11 a.m.?
Yes.
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 Well, I guess I moved that along pretty fast. All right, sorry about that. You better nudge me next time. Okay. Take 45. I need a mover. Councillor Wells.
I move that municipal council give final reading to approve bylaw 4, repeal mobile home park bylaw, first reading April 15th, 2025.
Thank you. Seconder? Oh, Councillor Kerr, sorry. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Opposed, no. Motion passed. Okay, let's move on to page 48. We have recommendations to read. First recommendation, volunteer, Councillor Longmire.
I move that council of the municipality of the county of Annapolis approve the appointment of Cabot Lyford, representing a nonprofit environmental group, Charlie Turcott, representing an agricultural group, Councillor Lynn Longmire and Councillor John Welsh to the Glyphosate Ad Hoc Committee, effective June 1st, 2025, for a one-year term ending on May 31st, 2026.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Cranton. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Second motion. Councillor, Deputy Warden?
I move that the Council of the Municipality of the County of Annapolis approve the appointment of Councillor Charles Cranton, Councillor Niall Harding, and Councillor Ted Angerbar, the Marketing Levy Ad Hoc Committee effective June 1st, 2025, for a one-year term ending on May 31st, 2026.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Longmire. Comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Third motion. Councillor Hare.
I move that the Council of Municipality of the County of Annapolis approve the appointment of Anna Esther Clark to the Source Water Protection Committee effective immediately for a 2-year term ending on October 31st, 2026.
Thank you. Seconder, Councillor Harding. Questions or comments? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion passed. Okay. Starting page 50, on to page 60, you will find the tracking of all the motions that are completed and being worked on, or in progress. Thank you. Okay. So, Councillor Comments. Let's start with District 1.
Greetings from District 1. It's good to be back. Thank you for the messages and positive vibes. My daughter is doing well. We are very thankful to live in the community that we do. I attended the Wilmot Neighborhood Watch meeting. Warden LeBlanc gave an update on the Joint Police Advisory Board, and Ms. Bent gave an update on the East End Planning Area Review. Reminder to attend the Municipal Boundary Review meetings. They are being held in each community. Schedules available online. It's very important to support our local economy. Farmers markets are starting back up in full swing with all kinds of local treats offered. We have a community pantry located at 377 Stronach Mountain Road. Give a little if you can, or take something if you need it. Thinking of the farmers as they tried to plant their crops in this wonderful weather. Fingers crossed there's some sunny weather ahead for them.
True. Thank you, Councillor. District 2.
Greetings from District 2. I would also like to use this time to encourage those of District 2 to attend the municipal boundary meetings for District 2, May 22nd in Margarettsville and June 3rd in Port George. On top of that, I'd also like to encourage and remind everybody to use what we have in the county's resources. We've just been approving bunch of grants for said resources, and I hope to see more people start using the Cottage Cove and District Wharf, a great resource we have here in the county and one of the few accesses to the Bay of Fundy we have. So I'll be using it very shortly again.
Thank you very much, Councillor Hare. District 3.
Thank you. Greetings from District 3. I'm not going to take a lot of time. I just want to point out a couple highlighted things. So this month/spring summer is going to be a busy time at our community sports hub. So I just want to throw out a reminder that this coming weekend is the regional track meet. So we're going to have anyone within Annapolis Valley Regional School Board, is my understanding, that will be attending the track meet this weekend as regionals, and then the ones that advance from there will then come back to Bridgetown the following weekend, because we've had the opportunity to host the provincial track meet. So both of these events, we're expecting thousands of people. The volunteer organization has been working diligently on everything from safety plans to parking plans to meeting with police to make sure that they're not going to block both sides of the road when they park. But I think it's going to be a major win for our municipality. It just shows the importance of the resources we have. I know I'm excited to see at least the regionals. I won't be here for the provincials. But I look forward to seeing that. They have a lot of things booked for the summer as well. We have Olympians coming to do some PD sessions, as well as an overwhelming amount of soccer players again. So anytime from 2 weeks time from now till the end of September, we'll see hundreds of people playing soccer at the Sports Hub, which I think is phenomenal. As well as the Lions Big Breakfast. I want to bring that up, the first Saturday of every month. Except for in July, they'll be hosting the July 1st breakfast. The May 25th, the Port Lorne Community Hall will be hosting their annual plant sale and plant swap. It's usually a well-turned-out event, so that will be May 25th, starting at 11 a.m. As well as I want to take this time to encourage everyone to pick up the Bridgetown Reader and have a look through. That's what's going on within Annapolis County, as well as review the community guide that the county puts out, which has all the information and all the community halls that we support, including the ones that we've recently gave grants to, and our Facebook and website. There's a lot of information on there. That's where all of our meetings are. So I encourage everyone to have a look. Thank you.
Thank you. District 4.
Greetings from District 4. Since in the last month, I attended the intermunicipal working group meeting with the two towns in the village, and there was a nice presentation from the Annapolis Valley Regional Library, and I just wanted to draw attention. What I enjoyed most from that presentation was the statistics on the benefits that library services provide to the community and the economic as a whole, and just there was a real nice few stats on the value of increased literacy among people in the community and the benefits it has to the economy. I guess most of the emails and phone calls have just been asking questions about the meetings for boundary review, so I encourage people to get out to one in their community. I attended the meeting in Michelle, so I found it very informative, and I thank staff for putting together a well-prepared presentation to accompany it, and I plan to attend the upcoming one in Granville Center. Some of the community events coming up there's a potluck on Sunday, May 25th at 1 p.m. at that one's at the Granville Center Community Hall. Pancake breakfasts are starting up again at the Michelle Community Hall, the first one being on Saturday, May 31st. Bingo is also at the Michelle Community Hall on June 4th from 7 to 9 p.m. And I just seen this online. I haven't actually been speaking to them, but I see Bishop Park has announced that they'll be turning 45 years old this year, and they have some celebrations planned for Saturday, June 14th at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I attended the annual general meeting of the Granville Ferry Community Association. They have a slew of events going on there. We need a list, but they had a very successful year. They were able to, they were in the black after doing some repairs as well. And they even that day had been notified of receipt of grant from the county that morning. And that night at the meeting, towards their hall painting, they were already discussing getting their quotes for their painters and all that. So they were already going ahead with their work there. The thing that really impressed me from that particular meeting was their hall booking person reported that in the last 3 months they've had 154 bookings at the community hall, which is an average of 12 a week. So most of them are recurring, but a very busy spot. So closing, just welcome spring, and it would be nice to have a few more sunny days, as was mentioned. Thank you.
Would be nice. Thank you very much, Councillor. District, where am I at? 5?
Yes.
Oh,
Good.
Councillor.
It's not a book this time. Good day from District 5. I'm excited to share again that several of the halls in my community have received word that they will be receiving their AEDs through certain grants that they have applied for. So I'll have more to update on that again shortly. I attended Meet Your Emergency Responders event in Bridgetown at the Sport Hub on Thursday, May 15th. Met many fire representatives, ground search and rescue, MAD reps, and citizens who have neighborhood watch chapters. The information sharing was extraordinary. On May 1st, I joined in on Steve Scaff's story sharing held at the Lower Granville Hall, and he spoke about abandoned roads of Nova Scotia. If you haven't heard him speak, you need to take that on. It's quite something. I also attended the Mad Hatter Tea Party in Lower Granville Hall on Mother's Day, May 11th. Many wonderful, most colorful costumes, and the teas and finger foods were delightful. A great turnout. Huge shout out to Madeline Sawyer, Grandma Pat Anderson, and friend Kendall Diet. These are citizens who live in my district, and they were out helping to clean up the ditches on Parker Mountain Road. I stopped to shake their little hands and to say a sincere thank you to them on behalf of our county. That volunteerism shouldn't go unnoticed. And they are family of Mrs. Angela Anderson, Bowiger. Upcoming events. Happening weekly, Monday coffee at the Youngs Cove Hall, 10 a.m. Fridays at the Lower Granville Hall. Local farmer produce available at roadside stands. Please be sure to check them out. Shopping local does count throughout the district as the season goes along. Bayside Farms offers a lot of in-season goodies along at the 1126 Mackenzie Mountain Road in DeLapse Cove. Please be mindful when you are mowing. Grass cuttings being left on sidewalks, roadways pose terrible, dangerous situations for our motorcyclists, bicyclists, and walkers. I know we get excited about mowing and cleaning up, but there's that extra little tip. I encourage Annapolis County citizens to attend our Committee of the Whole meeting on the second Tuesday and the Council meeting on the third Tuesday of every month at 10 a.m. We look forward to having you join us. More great events coming up. Youngs Cove Community Hall Paint Fundraiser, May 31st, 11:30 a.m. $25 for members, $35 for non-members. Call to join in, and it is located 5407 Shore Road West. Email to book your seat. Youngs Cove Community Hall Friday Night Jam, 7 p.m. Small donation and bring a snack for break. And then there are jam and potluck the last Friday of each month starting at 5 p.m. Again, small donation at the door and bring a dish to share. Lower Granville Hall Sip and Paint, June 5th, 7 to 9 p.m. Located 3551 Granville Road, $40 per seat. It includes a hot beverage, a glass of wine, and a snack. Email to book your seat at lowergranvillehall@gmail.com. The Lower Granville Hall were selected for the wildfire grant, so they are hosting a wildfire community preparedness event, Fire Smart. Come see how the hall helps their community in emergencies and learn about Alertable. May 31st, 12 to 3, bring your family, located 3551 Granville Road, free barbecue, lots of fun, games, raffles, prizes, educational opportunities on site, tour a fire truck, and children can enter for free to win a ride to school in a fire truck. Holly Everett Gallery original paintings open until 5 p.m. daily, located on 1091 Parker Mountain Road, or call for inquiries 902-526-0080. Beginner Cabin Building Workshop at Margold Center for Arts and Education and Holistic Living, located 514 Granville Road, June 22nd, 2025, 10 to 4:30 p.m. Reach out at info@margold, spelled MAREGOLD.com, to learn more about registering. Last but not least, Bell's Blessings Community Pantry continues to thrive and support well over 250 families and persons each and every week. It's located Parker's Cove, leaving something for another or take what you need. It's, however, closed this week after a very successful fundraiser on this past weekend, and will open the first of next week when stocked. I am as well excited to see some sunshine on the end of some of this rain. Thanks.
Thank you very much. You're quite busy in your community areas. Excellent.
Fun.
We are at District 6.
Greetings from District 6. Excuse me. This month, I've had the opportunity to engage a number of meaningful conversations and community events that reflect the spirit and needs of our district. Accessibility continues to be a pressing issue across the county, and I'm working alongside residents and staff to explore practical solutions in areas like Cornwallis Park. It's clear we must continue investing in infrastructure that ensures everyone, regardless of mobility, can move throughout our community safely and with dignity. I've also met with several community hall groups to discuss their evolving needs and how we can better support these important gathering places as they adapt to growing demand and limited resources. These halls are more than just buildings. They're essential hubs for connection, culture, and resilience in rural communities. From hosting local events to providing emergency response space and supporting seniors programs, they play a central role in community life. Ensuring they remain active, accessible, and well-supported is critical in the social fabric of our region. It was a pleasure to attend the Bear River Volunteer Fire Department banquet this month and recognize the dedication and service of our volunteer firefighters. Events like these are powerful reminders of the community spirit that hold us all together. I also took part in a joint supper with neighboring municipal councillors, which offered a valuable opportunity to share ideas and build stronger regional relationships. Additionally, I had the chance to meet with provincial delegates and help tour Bear River, discussing firsthand the opportunities and challenges faced in our rural communities. On the environmental front, I have expressed support for the permanent protection of the Goldsmith Lake as part of Nova Scotia's 15% land and ocean conservation goal. This area holds immense ecological and cultural value, and I believe its preservation is an investment in our shared future. With the warmer weather upon us, it's a perfect time to explore the many trail systems throughout Annapolis County. From riverside walks to forest paths and scenic look-offs, our trails offer something for everyone. Whether you're seeking, a peaceful stroll, a family outing, or a more adventurous hike, these spaces support physical and mental well-being while connecting us to the natural beauty and history of our region. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or ideas, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to listen and to help. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. We are at District 7.
Thank you. Greetings from District 7. I hope everybody can hear me okay. So it was a pretty busy time the last month, attending several community meetings, such as the Trans-County Transportation Society quarterly meeting, also the Annapolis Affordable Housing meeting that was held at the Bridgetown Fire Hall. And this is a very, very active society. It was very well worth going because there's a lot of myths about affordable housing, and people have asked me, well, what is affordable housing? So I would attend anybody to ask anybody that's interested to reach out to this group. They have a survey that's ongoing too as well, and they'll clear up any questions you may have regarding what affordable housing is. It's really not what most of us think. It's an excellent society doing excellent work. Also attended the PAC meeting in respect to the request for a heritage proposal from the All Saints Church in West Dalhousie, which we've already discussed here earlier today. One of the highlights of the week for me was attending the tour of the Upper Clements Successful Trail that was hosted by Jill Balser and Deb Ryan, and included several members of the government caucus committee that were down in the DB Pines for that week. The hiking trails are spectacular, the scenery is great. I encourage everybody to get out and not just hike that trail, but any trails, and there's many, as Councillor Welch has said, throughout our community. I'd like to give a shout out as well to the members of all the local community halls. I know that they're very important, not just my district, but all the districts and all the work that they do. And sometimes it goes unnoticed, but they do very, very good work for the communities. Just a quick shout-out as well to the members of the BCRA, the Bridgetown Community Recreation Association, and the BACC, which is the Bridgetown Area Chamber of Commerce, for all the work that they do. Sometimes there's not a lot of recognition, but they deserve it, and they do a lot of volunteer work. And lastly but not least, well, almost lastly but not least, I'd like to encourage everybody to support the James House fundraising activities for their restoration process, which was given a great boost with the grant that we just gave them as well from the county. And last but not least, unfortunately, or fortunately as much, Deputy Warden stole my thunder on this one, and that's regarding the upcoming track meets that are going to be at the ACOS Hub this coming weekend and the following weekend. The town will be abuzz, and they're doing wonderful things to bring a lot of attention to our county and everything that goes on. So that sports hub is a huge asset, and there'll be lots of people out, and so thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor. Okay, District 9.
8.
That would be,
District 8.
did I miss it?
8, yeah.
Eight.
You skipped me. Don't skip me, Warden.
I put 8, and I put 8 for next, and then I added 9 at the end. Sorry, Councillor Hart.
Hello, everyone from District 8. I hope everyone had a chance to get out over the long weekend and enjoy a little bit of time, a little bit of the nicer weather, I say, despite all the rain. I know it's been bad. My wife and I actually attended a Halifax Tides soccer game in Halifax. And then we saw this as an opportunity to support a professional women's team in our area, and it was freezing. It rained and was blowing wind the whole time, but it didn't dampen the mood. The turnout was great. A lot of people there, and it's a really nice thing to see our province be able to support a professional women's team, and to support women and girls in sports at a professional level is a really good thing. So we were happy to do that, and we had a great time despite the weather. I had my first Coffee with Your Councillor meeting this month at the Maitland Bridge Community Hall. I was able to have Staff Sergeant Mike Maxwell from the RCMP and Brian Ord, who is our REMO coordinator, join me, and I'd like to thank them both for attending, as well as everyone from the community that was able to make it out. I was able to give an update on some of the things that Council's been working on, specifically gave some information about the boundary reviews and why they're happening and the whole process behind that. Mr. Ord gave a presentation and had lots of pamphlets and information available to put out for all of the residents that attended. They were very happy about that. And Sergeant Maxwell also gave a presentation and opened up some really good discussions with the residents about the role that the RCMP plays in rural policing. So it was very good to have them there with me. Very good discussions. And then we also had an opportunity to just mingle and chat over some coffee and snacks and sandwiches that were generously provided by the hall volunteers. So I'd like to give a shout out to Myra Holdright and the rest of the board at the Maitland Bridge Community Hall for hosting and for their hospitality. I hope to schedule another session in the coming months and look forward to having sessions at all the halls in my district. I would also attended the Bear River Firefighters Annual Banquet at the end of April with Councillor Welch, and I want to thank them for the invitation. It was a great time and a great opportunity to recognize the members that volunteer their time to protect our communities, and I'd say it's no easy thing to be a volunteer firefighter and be a first responder. I think there's a lot of stress and strain that puts on not only you as an individual, but also on their families. So it was a great opportunity to recognize that, and they've got some members there that were getting awards for 30 and 40 years of service, and it was a really great time. So I appreciate the invitation and would like to give a shout out to them for that. I'll be doing a tour of the Bear River Community Health Center tomorrow evening. The board has graciously asked me if I'd like to have a tour, and I said absolutely. They've been achieving great things in that community. They provide a place for practitioners that can serve the surrounding area. I was recently told that they had a nurse practitioner that had come from Digby to work a few days a week there, and they were accepting new patients from the Bear River area. So this is something that was, I think we all know is greatly needed, especially in rural places like that. So I thank them for their work in doing that, and I look forward to meeting the board tomorrow. I'll also, while in Bear River tomorrow evening, we'll be attending the first boundary review meeting. It'll be at the Bear River Legion tomorrow evening at 6:30 p.m. So I would like to encourage everyone to come out and attend the meeting from that area. I'm going to go down and put out some posters and stuff tonight. So hope to see everyone there. That's it for me. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Harding. Now it's District 9.
Now we good night.
There's a reason for that, because Councillor Oxford is absent, however, she sent some comments. So her comments are, we are able to look forward to better weather. Yeah, we hope anyway. Engagement with residents is improving, interactions have been positive. She attended additional meetings of Committee of the Whole and Council. And this comment of hers is, the news of our CAO's resignation was a surprise. Mr. McNeil has been a tremendous asset to Annapolis County. His experience, knowledge, and leadership have been invaluable, especially to those of us new to council. I wish you all the best. Councillor Oxford. District 10.
Greetings from District 10. We had our boundary review meeting in Springfield. I just want to thank the residents that showed up. And there was a little wake-up call from that, talking to the CAO. That area of Springfield is becoming a summer transient community with the cottages and stuff like that. So, and also being out in the very end of our tip of our county in that area, they do not always get all the news. And it was recognized that some of them didn't know who their councillor was. So I've thought about it, and I'm going to attempt to, before fall, go knock on door to door again, because that's the only time, and that was the only time they recognized when a councillor comes by is during election time. So a lot of them, like I say, don't pay attention to the news or stuff like that, so a lot of them don't even know who got elected. So I'm going to attempt this summer and this fall to catch everyone at their cottages and pass out some cards and get their opinion. So I think it was a good thing to recognize. Will it take time? Yeah, it will, because it's a big boundary. So, but I'm looking forward to it because I want them to feel a part of our county. So
Yes.
I still go there and take the Bridgetown Reader there every week, and usually drive around, check out some of the roads that I've had phone calls on and stuff like that. So our next boundary review is in Lawrencetown Legion, June 11th. So I encourage people to come out to that. I'd like to thank our staff for putting up the sign at the boat park. It blew down a little over a month ago in the windstorm. They did a good job. I was out and checked it out on the weekend. Looking forward for some upgrades to the park area and the water frontage there. May 26th, the first farm market will be at the exhibition grounds in Lawrencetown, from 4 to 7:30, I think it is, or 4 to 7. So encouraging people to get out to that. Had many phone calls, of course, on other levels of government, but I did go out and look at a few jobs there that I worked with transportation on, trying to get some culverts unplugged, and they did some upgrades to some of the roads, and they graded all the roads on Trunk 10 and stuff, so people were very happy about that. Delivered the deed to the chief of Springfield Fire Department on the old school property. This county had given that property to the fire department many years ago, and it was just, no one could find the existing deed. Nobody registered it, so we encouraged them to get everything settled up, and they did. And then thank you to the county and for helping do that. So that's delivered. They use that old school area, the Springfield school area is used for a life flight in that area, and also for training grounds. So when you go by there, you'll see a couple old cars that they deassemble and practice on and stuff like that. So it's a very nice piece of property that the county graciously donated to the fire hall. Other than that, I did talk to the MP about some grants for the fire department because they'd like to build on. So he's going to actually meet and we're going to go out when he has time here in the next couple of weeks. So it'd be nice to see him go out and see what's going on. I also talked about the Lake Pleasant Air Force Camp because there's some issues on the road and stuff that hopefully he can suggest or help look at options. I want to put a shout out to the Bridgetown Reader. The Bridgetown Reader does a real good job advertising for not-for-profits and groups to put their advertisements in that little reader, and it sure covers a lot of our county on activities that are going on, so it is an important role to have them. So thank them very much. Other than that, have a good week.
Great, thank
The
you very
market's
much.
4 to 7.
4 to 7?
4 to 7, yeah. I just looked online.
All right, thank you. All right, District 11 is me, and I have a short thing I've written down for you. I've written your fingers. I attended the Bear River Fire Department banquet with Councillor Harding and Councillor Wells and their spouses, and it was a great evening. It is amazing to see all the years of volunteerism from all the ages, from young to
Veteran.
virgin. Okay, young at heart. I didn't want to, okay. Young at heart, write that down. Write that down. I didn't know what to put there. So anyway, I'd like to say thank you to all those people that, in every fire department, and all fire responders or first responders, a good thank you from the bottom of my heart for the work you do to help protect the county and the citizens here. Well, on a different note, I attended an event that showcased the young talent that we have in our county. It was an event that the AES Drama Club has at Middleton Elementary School, and they had 2 performances, and they were the performance on Willy Wonka. Well, it was fantastic. There was a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, a lot of art that they worked on for their set, and it was phenomenal. So we do have talent, and we always known we've had talent, but they start very young, and this is very good. And of course, my granddaughter was in it as well. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the Upper Clements Accessible Trail. It is phenomenal. It is something that can be used by everybody, and you can go as far as you want, or you can go in the other areas that are really not accessible, but if you're wanting to do a lot of walking and running, or whatever the case may be, or biking, it is a great trail. The next is not the last, but is one of the events that Three Rivers Community Center has. They had their painting event, and it was loved by all, and there were pictures all over Facebook about how beautiful their artwork was, and I see it all over the county, and it is certainly a great time that everybody has when they go. So I want you to check the Facebook page at the Three Rivers Community Center. There's all sorts of upcoming events as well. And I think we're a little late, but the turkey supper is on Thursday, so you have to order in to be able to get under the wire. So I don't think
you have to
you'll
the
be able to.
22nd.
But that is always a great supper as well. Okay, so thank you very much. We will go on. We're done with that piece. We're going, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, that's perfect. Perfect, we're dead on. Oop, yes, you better take that because I'll lose it. All right, we are going to recess the council meeting to go into our public meeting. Ready, Madam? Okay. The purpose of this public hearing is to permit members of the public to make their views known to council via oral submission concerning solely the application before council. The public hearing has been called in accordance with Section 15 of the Nova Scotia Heritage Property Act. At the end of the public hearing will be closed and council will return to its regular session of council. Before municipal council agrees to include a property in the Annapolis County Municipal Registry of Heritage Properties, a public hearing is held where the registered property owner is given the opportunity to ask questions of council regarding the heritage registration. The purpose of this public hearing is to discuss heritage registration and with James and Christine's, is it Kovacs? Kovac? Thank you. Who are requesting municipal heritage property registration for A Clementsport Road, Clementsport, PID 05103155, more commonly known as the Ditmars House. Or Ditmars.
Ditmars.
Which one?
Ditmars.
Ditmars, thank you. Council also uses this time to explain what heritage registration means and to ensure that the property owner is aware of and in complete agreement with the registration of their property as a municipal heritage property. All questions and comments throughout the public hearing are to be addressed to the chair, and that would be me. And the Ditmar House presentation will start with a presentation from our staff member, Madame Lent.
Perfect. So included with your agenda is the staff report that was submitted to PAC in January for your reference. I'm just going to go through a few highlights of the report. This particular house is one of the few remaining examples of 19th century New England colonial architectural style in the region, showcasing the craftsmanship and social history of the area. Ditmar's house, believed to be constructed around 1827, is named after the prominent family who settled in the area in the early 19th century. They were influential in the development of Clementsport as a thriving trade and shipbuilding community. The house represents the settlement pattern, trade practices, and lifestyle of early settlers in Annapolis County. The character-defining elements of the house is a two-story wood frame building, four-bay facade, and off-centered doorway with transom. The house features a medium-pitched gable roof with return eaves, 6/6 windows with multi-pane sash windows with simple wood trim. The property has a rear L addition. The house sits on a stone foundation and retains many of the exterior features. The Ditmars house is culturally significant as it reflects the prosperity and lifestyle of the early 19th century settlers in Clementsport. The family played a vital role in the development of the commercial infrastructure that contributing to shipbuilding and trading industries that shaped the local economy. Very little has changed with the appearance of this house, aside from the addition to the rear. The front of the property appears relatively unchanged. Overall, it is in an excellent state of repair. This is a true testament to the current property owner's commitment to their home. They've owned and maintained this house since 1988. Given the recent discussions regarding insurance issues with registered heritage properties, staff spoke with the property owners and verified that they've had discussions with their insurance provider, and they've confirmed insurance coverage for the property should it be registered as a municipal heritage property. It should be noted the applicants are requesting that only a portion of the property be registered. According to the provincial mapping information, the property is approximately 1.88 acres in total. But the request is just to register a small portion of the property that surrounds the house.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so, what else is going on? Heritage registration is a legal process enabled through the Provincial Heritage Property Act by which the Ditmars House property is deemed to be significant to Annapolis County by being identified for its historical and cultural value. The identification process is called registration, which in itself is a legal device that offers protection against substantial alterations or demolition of a registered heritage property. Operationally then, an incumbence by way of the notice of registration is placed on the property and registered in the Registry of Deeds. Thus, any substantial change to the exterior of the property or of a registered heritage property requires the approval of Annapolis County Municipal Council before any work is begun. Do you acknowledge, understand, and accept these conditions of municipal heritage registration?
I do.
Thank you. Now, I have to call for oral presentations. Are there any oral presentations from the floor, from the public? No? All right. Thank you very much. Now, we have questions or actually, would you like to speak?
I'd just like to say that the reason we're doing this is we don't want that house to be, my wife is 81, I'm 75. How many more years have we got? Our daughter and son will probably inherit the house, but even in their case, we don't want them to do anything to improve the house that will change its status as a beautiful old house. And some people we've seen in the neighborhood have done that, meaning to improve their place. They've tried to turn it into a modern home, and we've even seen some beautiful houses in the area demolished, which just makes us sick. We got some windows out of an old house that we did a little addition to our kitchen. It was too small, so we just pushed it out. This would be about 20 years ago or so. And we used those windows from that other house, but we just felt so bad that had to happen to that house. So we don't want it to happen to ours.
Thank you very much. Okay. Are there any questions or comments from any of the councillors? Yes.
Would this be the only designated historical property in Clementsport? Or is there others that you can think of? Is any of the churches or anything with plaque?
St. Edward's has a provincial designation, I
Provincial.
believe.
Okay. I want to thank you for preserving this place. It's a beautiful home. Thank you.
Wait, did you see it?
I see us as stewards of these homes, less owners and more stewards. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Great statement.
Thank you. We love it.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor. I echo that comment. It's beautiful. Any other questions from councillors? Yes, Councillor Longmire?
I just would like to say, that was a great statement that you made there, Councillor Welsh. Stewards, not owners, but that definitely defines exactly what you're doing. Maintaining that history of that beautiful home is imperative for future, right? If we allow them to be demolished or, to succumb to, modern transformations, it's sad, right? So I thank you for being that great steward, as Councillor Welsh has said. I also like the details around, speaking to the insurance challenges, because we know that others have come before us with grave challenge in securing insurance. So, it's an important conversation to have had, which you've done. And being eligible for the provincial grants, everything and anything that you can, so thank you so much for this, and carry on, and look forward to hearing about more developments. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other comments or questions from councillors? Seeing none. Ms. Bent, will you tell us our next steps? Thank you, Monsieur.
So the usual process for this type of application, when the public hearing is complete, council would add an item to the agenda, and if affirmative, would make a motion to include the Ditmars House property in the Annapolis County Municipal Registry of Heritage Properties and deposit a notice of registration in the Registry of Deeds. This notice provides description that it is not to be demolished or the exterior altered without municipal approval as part of that review. The Planning Advisory Committee is required to consult, and council may grant or refuse or attach conditions to the demolition or substantial alteration. Substantial penalty may be sought, and the municipality has the right to apply to the court to ask for a fine and reinstate an order.
Thank you very much. Okay. If there is nothing else to be discussed, we will adjourn this meeting. The public hearing, yes. The public meeting, sorry, didn't use public. And move on to our council agenda. Thank you very much. Okay, so we need, Councillor Welsh?
Can we move to, I move that we change the order of the day?
Yes. What would you like to add?
I would like to add, sorry. No one's going to help me out here.
I'd like to move that.
I move to amend the order of the day by adding municipal heritage registration, Detmars House, Clemens Court, as 6.4 under the new business.
Thank you very much. Seconder for the motion. Seconder is Councillor Comments. Back to the agenda. Any comments or questions? All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes. Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion has passed. Okay. So there we are. Now I have too many papers up here. You have the motion? Okay, so, Councillor Welch, I believe you have a motion for us?
I do. I move that municipal council include the Detmars House property PID 05103155, being the area of the main house is situated upon, and also including the area of the land that extends 10 feet outwards surrounding the entire house in the Annapolis County Municipal Registry of Heritage Properties, and deposit a notice of registration in the Registry of Deeds, providing that it not be demolished or the exterior altered without municipal approval as part of that review. The Planning Advisory Committee is required to be consulted, and the council may grant, refuse, or attach conditions to the demolition or substantial alteration.
Thank you very much. I need a seconder. Councillor Longmire. Any comments or questions? Councillor Hare.
Yes, I will not be supporting this motion today, simply for the fact that what we just heard is looking for protection on this property. And I do not believe that the municipal heritage registration protects properties anymore, not private residences, as we've seen the deregistration of two. I understand I was in favor of the first. Upon further reflection, I no longer agree with the first. and I certainly didn't agree with the second. It's a matter of, this is about protection of a property, and this does not provide it. Somebody, the next successor could come here and, as we've seen, claim financial difficulty, insurance, or other issues, and deregister it within a couple years. So until we change, or changes happens regarding the acts, all I see is a pair of handcuffs on the current property owner that creates no protection.
Thank you very much. Any other comment? Councillor Hardy.
I just wanted to say that I commend Mr. and Mrs. Pova for looking after the property. I also own an older home. I believe it's the 1870s, and me and my family are just starting our journey on maintaining and upkeeping a home. So I know that it's a lot of work, and a lot of commitment. So I would just commend you for looking after the home and keeping it up. And I think it's a lovely property. I drive by it almost every day. So I would commend you guys on your work that you've put in. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Councillor Hardy. Deputy Warden.
Thank you. I do want to thank Councillor Hare for bringing up his thoughts, because we have spoken outside of the council about that, and I do agree with where he's coming from 100%. Because there is some reflection to think about of, people are setting up these houses basically in trust, and we have gone and deregistered 2 houses. One, I completely understand. We can't have a house out there with no insurance. It's a risk for the person, the risk for the county, risk for the public. The second one, was a different situation. Maybe there is a discussion to have in the future. Maybe there's things that we can change to our own policy. The fact that we have now started due diligence of asking the applicants about insurance, I think is the big thing for us. The fact that, the applicant has said yes, the insurance is going to cover it in the future, I think is the big thing. But the discussion around the cost of that insurance, hopefully they're aware of that. And in some cases, there are insurance companies that aren't charging a premium. So my house is an older home as well. It's well over 100 years old. It's not a heritage property, but it's insured currently as a historical type home. Because I spent a lot of time looking into it during our situations. And do I pay a small premium for that? Yeah, it's not even a big premium, really. It's prestige insurance or whatever. So I just hopefully in the future people look at all the different avenues for insurance. But I will be supporting this with the thought process of we can continue to work with the applicants to make sure that they're fully aware of different things, and to look deeper into requests for registration. And I think it's a bit of a learning curve for everyone, and that's all I want to say. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Councillor Longemeyer, Councillor Cranston.
Thank you. So it raises a really good point. I think there's a greater discussion to have, and certainly having, sat around this table and watched a couple of different situations come before us for deregistration, we learned that insurance was particular challenge. And although we can't control insurance companies, and premiums are going up all the time, and it's for different reasons, I think it's really important that, we continue to find out from the province as well, any details that they may be able to provide us so that we can as well provide that information to the homeowners. I think we're dealing with a situation here where a lot of thought has gone into the application and the discussions have been had, and certainly Ms. Bent has been part of that, and so that's to be commended. We don't want anyone going into these applications without as much of the information as they possibly can have in order to make this sensitive decision. So the insurance company, I would be interested if the gentleman would provide us with the name so that we can maybe collect a gathering of different insurance companies that we perhaps can fight for harder, with other heritage applications in the future. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Cranston?
I just want to say that, I'm going to support the registration as well. Just simply because it's nice to see some projects going ahead with some registration and building the database of registered heritage properties. At the start of the presentation, my big concern was obviously around the insurance, which staff addressed, although it didn't really confirm what the cost of that insurance would be at a later date. But the other thing that I was concerned about was, as Councillor Hare mentioned, and I was thinking the exact same thing about what will happen at a later date with passing it on to our next owners, and I really kind of felt the same thing. There is no real protection on the property because we do have processes for deregistration, so I was kind of thinking the same thing, like then what's the point of doing this if they can kind of do it, but I decided to think of more of an open mind, take things at face value, and think that maybe the next owners will want to stay registered as a heritage property and hope that they're able to do so. So I do support it, but I thank Jesse for bringing it up and Deputy Warden, and I think it is worth noting that everybody realizes that there is a process for deregistration as well. Once you're no longer the owner of the property, there's not much you can do to stop a future owner from deregistering. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Comments?
I'm going to support the project and the motion to register this heritage property. I think it's our due diligence to bring the next generation into the importance of heritage properties, because I'm sure that if we asked some younger generation people, especially high school kids, they probably don't even know what it means by registering a heritage property and why would you register it. I mean, I have one in my area coming up next month, a graveyard that's very important to the community, and knowing that individual spots in our county has got many heritage values, and I think it's something that we should be educating our next generation how important it is from the aspect of when they were built, when they were important to our county as building our county. So I think it's due diligence on our part to really come up with an idea on how to educate. So I will be supporting the motion.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Hare?
I'd just like to provide a little clarity. I'm not against heritage properties at all. Quite the opposite. If we are to have municipal heritage properties, private residences, the point of them is protection, and if we were to have it, I want to see them protected. And we can do all the due diligence we want now, ensure the current owners are aware of insurance premiums and so on and so forth, but in the end, we can't control who comes into possession at a later date, and it is when they claim financial issues and insurance does it come for deregistration. So we do need to, so I say my stance is in protest to the current protections we have for these properties, because it is not.
Okay, thank you very much. Anybody else? Okay, should we reread the motion? And then we'll vote it. You're up, Councillor.
I move that municipal council include the Detmers House property PID 05103155, being the area of the main house is situated upon, and also including the area of the land that extends 10 feet outward surrounding the entire house in the Annapolis County Municipal Registry of Heritage Properties, and deposit a notice of registration in the Registry of Deeds, providing that it not be demolished or the exterior altered without the municipal appointment. As part of that review, the Planning Advisory Committee is required to be consulted, and council may grant, refuse, or attach conditions to the demolition or substantial alteration.
Thank you. All in favor signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no? Opposed, no? One. Motion passed. Thank you. Okay. Now, where are we going next? Here we go. Here we go. We are needing a motion to go in camera. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Colbert, for coming in. Yeah.
There's a discussion we have, 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We need a motion to go in camera under section 22.2E, contract negotiations, and 22.2F, which is litigation. I need a mover, Councillor Welsh. I need a seconder, Councillor Longmire. All in favor signify by saying yes.
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 Against, no. Motion passed.